Hello, welcome to Organic Acting. I'm Chris Conway and this is Stanislavski linking the external to the internal. So this video is kind of a follow-on to a previous video I did called Stanislavski Exercises. If you want the link to that, I will put it down below. And it's really about exploring the next stage of Stanislavski's process, more about the external qualities of a character, the way they look, the way they move. Most notably referenced from Building a Character. If you haven't read his books, An Actor Prepares, Building a Character, Creating a Role, I suggest you read them. There's a lot of great information in there. So in this video, I'm going to break down some of the key moments from building a character, bring them all together, and then right at the end of the video, I'm going to give you one of my own personal resources that I use for text and character work. I'm going to give you a link to it, let you download it, have a look at it, and then next week in part 2 of this video, I'm going to bring it all together and give you some actual practical exercises so you can implement these ideas and start to bring a character to life using the internal and the external. Stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll give you the link to that resource. So to begin with some of Stanislavski's main points from building a character, it's almost like a list of things that you should have in place and some things that you definitely should not do before you start working on the physicality of a character or the external. So at number 1 we have plasticity of motion. Here Stanislavski said that an actor should be kind of like an athlete. His body is a tool, so he should be fit, healthy, flexible, able to use this wonderful tool that we're given to the best of its ability. So he recommended dance, any kind of exercise which is cardiovascular, anything that's athletic, yoga, anything that's going to help with this plasticity of motion. Because if you have a stiff, uncooperative body, it's not going to aid you into really stepping inside this character's shoes. He said that an actor's apparatus needed to be flexible, mobile, sensitive and expressive. Next, he spoke about the voice. So Stanislavski said that an actor needs to have command of his or her own voice, and again, all the apparatus. So he put emphasis on diction, the way words are actually chewed and tasted and produced from the mouth, all the work with the tongue and the teeth and the lips. He spoke about pace, he spoke about projection, he spoke about breathing, being able to breathe into your diaphragm and then to carry on speaking to the end of the line, to the end of the next full stop, maybe to the end of the next full stop, and to keep going to the end of the paragraph and you're not struggling for breath, and then eventually you can stop and take another breath. So you're not constantly fighting yourself for breath or losing breath in the middle of a line. So for all of this, he said an actor needed to know how to warm up his body with tongue twisters, with vocal warm-ups, with breathing exercises. Again, with things like yoga, which are really going to help with diaphragmatic breathing. And what about projection? Being able to breathe in and to use the diaphragm to project to the other side of the room or to the back of the theatre so everyone can hear you. That's linked to diction as well. The next one is gestures. This is one of those ones which is more about what not to do. So anything such as fidgeting on stage, fidgeting with your arms or your hands. You'll see this in a lot of novice actors. It's almost as if they are nervous and they think they have to be doing something to keep themselves busy, to show that they're acting. Another one is the good old-fashioned stepping forward and then stepping back and then going forward again and going back. Something that you see with a lot of novice actors. It's very distracting. Or what I call grandma legs, where you have an actor who puts their weight all on one side of their body, then swaps to the other leg and brings it to the other side and back like they're rocking. And what about the Amdram hands? You know, the hands that go up to the side of an actor's face to show how much they're feeling the emotion. Oh, woe is me. Stanislavski said all those things are the stock trade of amateur dramatics. They're posing, exhibitionism. They're not connected to the real living life of the character, the root of the character. Stanislavski said, "The movements and action of a character being portrayed gain immeasurably in significance and attraction when they are not clouded over with superfluous, irrelevant, purely theatrical gesticulation." So don't do it, okay? The next one is archetypes and stereotypes. So we all know these. The archetypal character is like the hero with the big muscles who stands in the heroic pose. Or the soldier that always marches with a straight back and with swinging legs. Those are archetypes. In other types of theatre and storytelling, archetypes are a valid source of character work, not in Stanislavski. A stereotype would be the idea that all old people walk around with a bent back or when they struggle to move and they're aching all the time. Stanislavski gives an example in building a character that he once knew an old lady that, yes, did take a while to move. It took her a while to get out of her chair, for example, but once she got her speed up, she could zip around the room like nobody's business. Stanislavski said that archetypes and stereotypes are cliches. They don't contain the essence of a character and they're not individualized. They're not individual, real people. The next one is, you love yourself. So this one is another direct quote, very similar to this one over my left shoulder. And that's, you love yourself in the part more than the part in yourself. What that means is you're more concerned with getting up there on the stage or on the set and using the character as a kind of a delivery service to show how good you are as an actor and to show yourself off, rather than actually caring about this character, learning about them, building them from the ground up, internally and externally. And finally, we have the resource. So this is a resource which I have used since I first went to drama school. It's a full list for character and text work. And as I said at the beginning of the video, it really ties a lot of this stuff together from a previous video and this video, the internal and the external. I'm going to leave you the link down below so you can download it and give it a read through. Next week, I will go through the sheet in detail and give you some exercises so you can really implement some of these things and put them into practice. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to leave me a comment down below, perhaps tell me who you are or give me a suggestion for another video, another topic, that would be much appreciated. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I will see you next week for part 2. Goodbye.